Hey guys, it's number one Steve here, and I'm bringing you another top 10, well today it's top 5 list today. Today's top 5 video is about why do people hate John Cena. We're talking about the John Cena, the face of the company John Cena. We're talking about the 15-time world champion John Cena. Why do people hate him? Why is it that people cannot get along with him? Why is it people, John Cena is an incredible, I don't know him obviously, but John Cena is an incredible guy, and I just don't see how people just don't like him, you know? It's like, he's not my top favorite wrestler, but I really respect him and all the things he's done, so I'm like, well, why do they hate him so much, you know? I need to find this out. So, I think, hold on a second. Yeah, okay. So I think today I'm going to reveal 5 reasons why John Cena, the WWE Universe, does not like John Cena. Number 5, he is the modern day Hulk Hogan. Okay? Back in the day, Hulk Hogan was the face of the company. He was the guy to beat. He's the reason who put WWE on the map and everything like that. Hulk Hogan was the guy. When he left, then it was Stone Cold and The Rock. It switched back and forth, but really the face of the Attitude Era was Stone Cold because he's the one who started it, right? Then, obviously, we needed a new face. Who was going to be the face of the, quote-unquote, the next era? Which was the Attitude, what was that era called again? I believe it was called the Ruthless Aggression Era, yes. We had guys, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Randy Orton, John Cena. These guys, all future Hall of Famers for the WWE. And we're like, okay, that was a pretty good class to come into the WWE at the time, you know? Obviously now, this year, we got The Shield, we got the Wyatt family, more specifically Bray Wyatt, though. Kevin Owens, Neville, Adrian, Sami Zayn, all these guys. So, we got a pretty good class this year, but, all those guys that I mentioned before, Cena, Brock, and Rock, all of them, they were pretty good, right? But Cena's the one who eventually broke out and became the star, especially after Lesnar left. There needed to be somebody new. Triple H and, The Rock and Stone Cold were pretty much done with their careers. Triple H was, he was kind of the, I don't want to say he was the guy, but he was the guy to beat. And, there was Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, he was coming back from his back injury. So, a lot of different things was going on. And, well, as time grew, John Cena became the guy because he became more and more popular. I remember when he beat JBL at WrestleMania 21, and everyone was like, oh, it's not John Cena. They really didn't like JBL, but they really, at the same time, they really did like John Cena. Now when John Cena wins the title, they go, oh, Cena won again, So he's the modern day Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan back then had the biggest t-shirt sales and merchandise sales. Now today, that's John Cena. Hulk Hogan was targeted to the kids, to eat your vitamins, say your prayers, all that. That's what John Cena does, the whole never give up, all that stuff. So he is the modern day Hulk Hogan, and the same reason, that's why they expect him also to go heel so much as well, because you're like, Hulk Hogan went heel, don't want that to work. So if Hogan can go heel, you can go heel, John, right? Alright, so number 4 of the reason why people hate John Cena is he is the reason why the WWE is PG again. Today, WWE is family-based. It's aimed at kids and everything like that. Back in the Attitude Era, when they were trying to beat WCW, which is the only reason why they went this way, was because it was the only way. But the reason they went that way was to compete with WCW, who was beating them in the ratings, right? For 83 consecutive weeks. And they needed some way to be like, okay, we need to get the people's attention, We need to get some way, somehow, to get people to watch Monday Night Raw. So they started doing cuss words and drinking beer and naked women and everything like that, pretty much attainment to teenage boys age up, right? And you couldn't have kids running around with cuss words on your shirt and middle fingers and all that, and naked ladies on your shirts. That wasn't gonna fly. So pretty much when Cena came around at the time in 2002 and everything like that, and he became popular and everything like that, he became the face of the company. He was the guy, right? He was the guy, and it's all Cena now. He really is the man who runs the place, or the face who runs the place, He is the guy that, he is the new locker room leader also as well. It used to belong to The Undertaker, but since Taker's part-time now, you need someone else to be locker room leader. And since Triple H don't wrestle no more, it's gotta have to be John Cena. Right? So, yeah, so obviously he's PG, and you know, there's no need to go to PG, well, I wouldn't say PG-13, but TV-14, I guess is what it's called. There's no need for that, really, because the only reason why they went there in the first place was before. Think back before the Attitude Era, the Hulk Hogan era, I like to call it, the 80s era, that's what WWE was. It was family-based. They had silly cartoons, characters at the time, and everything like that. So, you know, and a lot of people say, well, the reason why WWE's PG is because John Cena and the kids, you know? John Cena, if the WWE wasn't PG anymore, they did go back, John Cena's merchandise sale would fall and nobody would care and he wouldn't be able to survive and everything like that. And, you know, which I guess is kind of true, but then at the same time, you have to think back. The only reason why they went to that type of TV was to beat WCW. Once they beat WCW, they stopped doing that. Really? So, I mean, you can't blame John for that. Alright, so, Super Cena. The whole thing, it kind of goes back to the whole, he's the modern day Hulk Hogan. Think back to the match. Hulk Hogan comes in the ring, right? Everyone's cheering. Heel comes in the ring. Everyone's booing. Hogan starts off strong. The heel gets away, some way to ground Hogan. And then Hogan gets beat down for like 20 minutes. I know you probably say, you sound like your dad, but it's all true. Research and stuff like that, right? Hogan would get beat down for 10, 20 minutes. Same thing with Cena today. He gets beat down for 10, 20 minutes with a couple of flurries here and there. Then he does his signature move. He does his little comeback, the 5 moves of doom. Then he comes back, hits. He doesn't even do the Springboard Stunner anymore. And maybe because of Stone Cold, or maybe because a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know. But he doesn't do it anymore. Anyway, so Cena will get beat down. And then he come back, hit an AA or whatever. Or hit a Super AA or put the SDF on. And he'd win the match. That's pretty much it. And people at first were like, yeah, Cena. And they saw it again. Yeah, Cena. And then eventually over time, they were like, oh, he's doing it again. Oh, of course, he gets beat down. And I have said in the past, John Cena does oversell things a little bit. Like, he can get kicked in the gut and he rolls all the way to the other side of the ring. Like, you don't need to do that. I remember when Seth Rollins used to do the curve stomp, John Cena would actually jump up in the air. And, you know, maybe it's, you know, he could be doing it because he did have neck problems. And, you know, those are very serious. Edge's and Stone Cold's career had to end because of those. But, with neck injury, those things are very serious. You know, you can get paralyzed or, you know, everything like that. So, you know, I understand why, you know, he might have done it that way, but he's still overselling it. I mean, he does it and he grows up. And he gets beat down. It's just getting old. It is old. I'll agree with you there. It gets old and he does oversell. Alright. Number 2, he doesn't put over WWE superstars. More specifically, let's think back to the one everyone knows, SummerSlam. The Nexus was supposed to win, but John Cena said no. Edge and Chris Jericho both said that was a dumb idea, and now Cena looks back and said that's a dumb idea. The Nexus were a hot team. They were coming on. They were just doing destruction and stuff like that. And if you go check out whatculture.com/WWE on YouTube, you will see whatculture/WWE on YouTube. You will see this guy Adam, and he does storyline how he said he can make it better. I actually agree with most of the things he does say. His Goldberg one though, that didn't make much sense to me at all, and neither did the Christian one. But the one where he's talking about the Nexus, that one I do like how he basically broke down how the Nexus would have won the match, and then they would have dominated Cena and everything like that. Cena would have had to leave, and you know, Nexus, more specifically Wade Barrett, would be running over WWE. He'd be WWE champion. He'd seem like an unstoppable force. WrestleMania comes around, John Cena comes back, and he beats him. I think that's how it really goes. I really like that idea, and I think WWE should go with that instead of that. But you know, John Cena, I don't hear a lot that he uses his power in the back to go, no, I don't want that to happen. That's stupid. I do. Brock did say in his podcast with Steve Austin, that Rock taught him how to be selfish, like, because no one will really care about you. The only person who cares about you is you. So you need to have watch your own back. It's true what they say. You cannot trust anyone in the WWE, because if you become soft, you will get left behind and other guys will jump in front of you. So I understand, you know, he has to look out for himself. Not a lot of guys did do that. Hulk Hogan didn't lose a lot. John Cena doesn't lose a lot. But guys like Shawn Michaels would lose. Triple H would lose every now and then. Besides that long period of time when he was the World Heavyweight Champion. Think we all know why that was. But I'm not going to get into that. And it's kind of disrespectful, to be honest, too. The only reason why he's successful is because of he's married to Stephanie. And I agree with Taker. You shouldn't really agree, or listen to what the other people say, because that's just dumb. It's your life. Live it your way. And, got off topic. What I was saying? Oh, yeah. So then there's another one like Ryback or something like that, where he was in a feud with him and he should let him win. I don't agree with that. Ryback's time was when he should have beaten CM Punk for the title. That was his time. That would have been a perfect time. I really didn't really see his time for him to be champion after beating Cena. But whatever, you know. So, yeah, even Taker lost a lot of times. Taker should have been way more champion than this 7. He has done a lot for Vince McMahon. I mean, he gave up the streak for him. Let's remember that. He gave up the streak. He shouldn't have had to give up the streak, but he did it anyway, because that's the type of person he is. Alright? So, number one reason of why people hate John Cena is he is shoved down our throats. Whenever there's a problem, something along the way, something's going wrong, you can always expect John Cena. People don't buy into the whole John Cena never give up crap and everything like that. You know, they don't buy into that. They're glad that their kids have a role model that they can look up to, and they respect John Cena for that. The WWE Universe does respect John Cena and everything he's done. He has given us some memorable matches and everything like that. And most of the time, his matches are the best of the night. When he does his U.S. Open Challenge matches, they are the best match on the card of Monday Night Raw, right? So, I mean, John Cena does do a lot of things, but the fact that people don't like him because, you know, he gets shoved down our throat, and, you know you're going to get John Cena for this and that, and like, oh, we're tired of Cena, you know, give someone else a chance, yada, 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 like that, you know. So I understand that, but to be quite honest, how can you really hate a guy who at Make-A-Wish Foundation has 500 wishes that he's granted? Like, really. Nobody has come close. He has the best. He is good at that. He is good at charitable work. When you can count on John Cena, if there's anybody you can count on, you can count on John. He has the attitude of Michael Jordan, of the first to show up, the last to leave. He even compared himself to Tom Brady. I have not seen that yet. He did it on ESPN. But at the same time, Tom Brady in the NFL right now is the guy to beat. You know, he's on a flurry. He's on a mission of being Psycho Tom after everything he went through with Deflategate, you know. So him and the Patriots are the team to beat right now. And just like John Cena, really, if you want to get over it, you have to beat John Cena. And you know what? I actually like the rule he said, and I actually suggested this, though, that he be facing other younger guys and go, you know, you want to make it in the WWE, you got to go through me. You don't want him to be WWE champion, then this is the best thing for him to go through, for him to fight younger guys, but like, you know what? You want to be the top, you want to be the man. Well, guess what? I'm the man right now. And if you want to be the man, and in the famous word of Ric Flair, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. So if you want to be the man, you gotta beat John Cena. Yeah, he shoved down the throats, but to be quite honest, can you really argue with some of the things he does? They are incredible. And you know what I'm thinking about it? I've thought about it for quite a while, and I thought, what if that's John Cena's character, you know? It's to be cheesy and sassy with all the jokes and stuff he does like that. What if that is his character, you know? What if it was, I understand, like, some faces, you know, they're a certain way, but John Cena's like really stupid and cheesy and everything like that. I said, I understand that, but what if that's his character to be that, you know? He went from a face to being, let's be cheesy, you know? They already chant you suck anyway, and you know, some people would think it's because of his theme song. If he changed his theme song, then, you know, he would be better for him, and maybe they won't chant Cena sucks. Maybe the people are like, well, they boo you anyway, so you might as well go heel. That's like the number one thing, John Cena go heel. But you're like, you can't go heel because you need your kids to someone to look up to, and he has the highest merchandise sale. But I actually think it'd be better for his career. It actually revived Hulk Hogan's career. Everyone was getting tired of seeing Hulk Hogan come down and save the day. So what happened? Hulk Hogan turned heel, and it worked. He was in the NWO, and it was the most beautiful thing. Although it did cause the destruction of WCW, I'm not saying John Cena going heel would cause the destruction of WWE, and now everyone has to watch TNA. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, John Cena going heel would be a good thing, but I wouldn't see it maybe if it's like his last feud or his last match, something like that. Then I could see him probably going heel. But, you know, it's whatever. So, those are my 5 reasons on why people hate John Cena. In my personal opinion, again, I do not hate John Cena. I actually respect him. There are times I do cheer for him. There are times I root against him. But I do respect him, and I think he's had one heck of a career. And we all know that he is going to surpass Ric Flair. I think he'll win 16 and tie, and then he'll win 17 to break, and then that's going to be his last title. So he's going to win. Expect John Cena to win 2 more titles, and then he's done, you know? and he won't be winning no more championships. He does still need to win the Intercontinental Championship, so maybe look for that down the road sometime too. But, you know, Cena just, you know, I don't know him personally, but, you know, from what I hear, you know, he's a great guy. It's just, there are some people who legitimately don't like John Cena. I understand that, but, you know, in this business, as Brock said to The Rock, as Rock said to the Brock, you gotta be selfish. If you don't look out for yourself, nobody else will. So, you know, again, I'm not a big John Cena fan, but I do respect him a lot, and there are times where I will cheer for him. So that has been the video for today. I almost didn't do it, but I was like, you know what, I gotta do it because I promised somebody would do it, and I gotta go to work today. I don't feel like it, but whatever. And I figured this would be the best time to do that. So expect tomorrow. What's tomorrow? What did I say? Oh yeah, tomorrow is Thursday, and I will do my Will They Return video, which is for The Shield. And then Friday, I'm doing my pay-per-view review of who I think will win, what match, and everything like that. Alright? And then I think that's about it. Oh, nope, that is not about it. I need you guys to check out my video of why do people watch WWE. Very informative. It's a very good video. You should watch it. Also, for those who do, the 2 people who did watch my Monday Night Raw review for part 1 and part 2, I did upload part 3, so you can guys go and check that out. The only reason why there's 3 parts is because somebody was calling my phone, and as you know, I'm using my phone to record until I get a laptop for Christmas. So until then, guys, just hang in. There's 2 more months till Christmas, so hang in there. Everything will be fine. I'll have bigger and better videos for you. Okay. So until that time, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.